All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
What is going on, SHIPIT Nation YouTube station? We're back with the Thursday, January 18th NHL Quick Hit for this 11-game slate tonight on FanDuel and DraftKings. If you guys are new, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It helps us out a ton here at SHIPITNation.com. If you are not a member yet, head over to SHIPITNation.com. Click on Join Now. Select your package. You can use promo code MAYO. Get you 10% off for life, whatever package you do choose, and get in the best community in the industry with us. Let's jump right in. My favorite stacks of the night we're going to talk through, then some values, then my favorite goalies. As always, all my final content, slate plan, core plays will be live for SHIPIT Nation subscribers at SHIPITNation.com. First stack you can look at here tonight is going to be the Boston Bruins at home against the Colorado Avs here. 6.5 total. Bruins are -150 favorites here at home. Colorado on the road this year has been pretty leaky overall. Boston's playing pretty good hockey right now, winning 2 straight, shutting out New Jersey, winning 4-3 against St. Louis after they went through a little losing streak there. I really like this power play matchup here for Boston. Boston's got the 4th best home power play in the league. So you can look at David Pastrnak, Brad Marchand, Charlie McAvoy, Charlie Coyle, and James Van Riemsdyk. James Van Riemsdyk, sub 4K. Very, very nice value play on here. He skates full line strength with DeBrusk and Pavel Zacha. Pretty good, cheap stack there. This top line with Marchand, Pastrnak, and Charlie Coyle definitely firmly in play. And then Charlie McAvoy at 5.9K is a very nice D-men play on the slate. Really like Boston here tonight. Great matchup there. Jumping in another team you can take a look at here is going to be Ottawa here at home against Montreal. Montreal is pretty leaky overall on the road. Ottawa is a pretty good home team. And Ottawa has not the best home power play team, home power play numbers in the league, but looking at the Montreal Canadiens, the penalty kill for them, sub 75%, just killing off about 74% of penalties on the road last 10 games here. So looking at going right back to the well with Brady Tkachuk here, who's playing great hockey right now. He's 7.6K, should be pretty low owned, up in that upper 7K range for the Wings. So I really like him. You can pair him with Claude Giroux and Ridley Greig here. That line is playing great hockey right now. Talked about them back on Tuesday on this show here. They crushed for us, even in a loss against Colorado. And you needed them to ship tournaments. We were very close over here. So I like going right back to the well with them. And even the second line with Joseph Batherson and Timmy Stützle here is firmly in play. But for me, mainly Ottawa line 2 here. Really like Greig, really like Claude Giroux, really like Brady Tkachuk here. Chabot here on that top power play as well. 5.5K for a D-man, I think is a good play as well. So Ottawa, definitely a good place here. I like them a lot here. Another team I don't talk about too much here is actually going to be the Sabres. Sabres get a nice matchup here against Chicago at home here. Alex Tuch, nice price point. Tage Thompson here, 7.7K. That's a fair price point for him. Chicago ranks 29th in the league against center, so I like Tage here. Henry Jokeru here, top line D-man at 3.1K. He's playing pretty good right now. He's averaging over 2.5 shots. He's 3.1K. I think he's a fine value play overall, but I like this top line, Benson, Tage Thompson, Alex Tuch here for Buffalo. Like going to the well there with these guys. And then Rasmus Dahlin has some of the most upside on the entire slate. Last time against Chicago, he scored a goal, picked up 2 assists, played 29 minutes. He's going to get you a ton of ice time. Chicago ranks bottom 10 in the league in terms of against D-men. Rasmus Dahlin at 7.4K, I think, is a fine stack option with Tage Thompson, Alex Tuch. I think that 3-man stack there is very nice here tonight. So I do like those guys quite a bit here. Another team I'm looking at here is Edmonton at home against Seattle. Seattle is coming into town. Edmonton's absolutely on a tear right now. I believe they won 3-6. I think they won 10 or 11 straight now. Edmonton's just playing out of their minds right now. Love going right back to the well with them. Connor McDavid, arguably some of the most upside on the entire slate here. 9.6K for him. I like him. I like Zach Hyman here. I like Nugent Hopkins a lot at 6.1K. Really like the price on Nugent Hopkins here. This second line has actually been playing great hockey right now, and they're more reasonably priced. I think that top line gets the more ownership, so I don't mind jumping to Edmonton line 2 here with Evander Kane, Leon Draisaitl, and Warren Foegele. You can get all these guys very, very reasonably priced. Leon Draisaitl, 7.5K, 4.1K for Foegele, and 5.3K for Evander Kane. Really like Edmonton here. Edmonton line 2 is my preference if going to go to them. Another stack I'm looking at here is Vancouver at home against Arizona here. Really, really like the power play matchup here for Vancouver. Elias Pettersson, JT Miller, Brock Besser, Quinn Hughes, and Andrei Kuzmenko is where I would look for Vancouver here. Like this matchup for them. Vancouver should handle them here. Arizona is 5th worst in the league in terms of expected goals against over the last 10 road games here. They give up the 6th most penalties per game against as well here. They do have a decent penalty kill, but again, they give up a ton of penalties, so opportunities will be there for Vancouver here. So I do like Vancouver on home ice. Really like that Miller, Besser, Pettersson line because they all correlate together on that top power play as well. Kuzmenko is a nice value play if you need a value salary saver there to add to that stack. Another team I'm looking at here is going to be Tampa. Tampa at home against Minnesota here. Really like the spot here for Tampa's power play. Looking at the numbers here overall, the Wild kill off just 76% of the penalties on the road last 10 games and give up the 4th most penalties against per game. Nikita Kucherov playing good hockey right now. 9.8K is expensive here. You got to make a decision between him or McDavid. You got McKinnon on the slate. You got Pastrnak. You got all those Boston pieces. I think Kucherov is a nice spend up. He's going to get some ownership here on the slate against Minnesota. Minnesota ranks 28th in the league as well. So I don't mind going to Kucherov, but I really like this top power play. Braden Point's got a nice price point at 7K flat. Steven Stamkos is my preferred wing from the Lightning here. 6.9K, very, very reasonably priced there. He's averaging out over 3 shots per game over the last 5. Victor Hedman's on that top power play. And then Nicholas Paul, a very, very good value play here. Skate next to Hagel and Cirelli, full line strength on that second line, but drawing top power play matchup. So 4K for Nicholas Paul, I do like quite a bit. And the last team I'll bring up here, the 7th team. Obviously, there's quite a bit of good spots here tonight. You got to pick and choose. As always, I'll narrow it down in my core plays in that for SHIPIT Nation subscribers. But the last play would be here, Toronto. Toronto on the road. They've lost 4 straight, but they've been scoring goals in these games. 2 goals, 2 goals, 3 goals, 3 goals. The prices are up there. If I'm going to go to them, I'm going to this Tavares, Nylander line, the second line. William Nylander, 8.6K. He's been playing great hockey all season long. Morgan Riley, 6K flat. He's got a ton of upside at that price point in terms of D-man. Austin Matthews is 10K. I'm a little bit underweight on Austin Matthews here tonight. Like I said, I prefer going to Tavares. I prefer going to that second line. Mitchell Marner at 6.7K. I like the price point on him. And Pontus Holmberg, 3.2K, skating on that top line. If you really want to have a nice little 2-man stack, Mitchell Marner, Holmberg combo, leave Austin Matthews off that just due to salary purposes. Pair those 2 guys up. Holmberg, 3.2K, Marner, 6.7K. They correlate together full strength. I don't hate that at all either. Let's jump into some value plays at each position, starting with the center position. First value guy I'm going to bring up is Ryan McLeod here. Edmonton, like Edmonton a lot. McLeod, 2.7K, averaging over 2.5 shots on goal per game over the last 5. I'm going to play 14 to 15 minutes, 2.7K. I really like him here in this spot. Going right back to the well with Ottawa here. Ridley Greig here, 3.8K, 17 to 18 minutes expected. He's averaging over 2 shots on goal per game. Playing good hockey right now. I like Ridley Greig as a value center option. Chandler Stevenson, 3.6K, getting top line, top power play work, playing over 18 minutes. Just too cheap for his potential opportunity here. It is a tough matchup against the Rangers, but again, top line, top power play with the Eichel injury there. So can't discredit Chandler Stevenson's price on this slate. And then another guy, same thing, Ross Colton. He's been great. Second line, skate next to Wood and O'Connor here. Boston, you can score on them. I think this game shoots out a little bit here. I'm on the Boston side preferably here, but Ross Colton, sub 4K. definitely a great play in terms of a value center on this slate. Looking at some value wings you can look at. First value wing I'm going to bring up here is TJ Oshie, 3.8K, too cheap for him. Top line, top power play, gets a good matchup here against St. Louis. Really like TJ Oshie here. Expect him to be pretty chalky overall. Already talked about this guy, Pontus Holmberg, 3.2K. Skating next to Matthews and Marner, two great line mates here. 3.2K is just too cheap for him. He's averaging over 10 fantasy points per game over the last 5, and he's 3.2K, so great price there. Going back to Colorado here, Logan O'Connor, 3.1K. Good cheap pairing with Ross Colton. They correlate obviously together on that full strength. He's going to play 16 to 17 minutes here. He's averaging right around 2 shots on goal per game, and he's 3.1K. So I don't hate Logan Connor here. And then the last guy, Nicholas Paul here, getting top power play time for the Tampa Bay Lightning at 4K flat in a matchup against Minnesota, who ranks 28th in the league against wings. I do like Nicholas Paul here as the last value wing I will bring up on this slate. Looking into some value D-men on this slate. First value D-men, probably my favorite, Nick Seeler. He's playing a ton of minutes, going to probably play right around 20 minutes here. He's blocking a ton of shots. Very, very live to pick you up that 3-block bonus. Coming off an 8-block game, last game against St. Louis, which was somewhat of an outlier here, but should be in line for a lot more blocks here tonight. He's averaging over 2.5 shots on goal per game as well over the last 5. Dallas fires a puck. I think Nick Seeler is going to be active in front of that net, blocking shots. So I do like him at his price point. Jamie Olisiak here for Seattle. Same thing. Edmonton's going to be firing pucks. Olisiak can pick up blocks. He's also active on the offensive end, and he's 3.5K. He's going to play probably 22 to 24 minutes. So I do like him at his price point here on this slate. Going to the other side of that game, Matthias Ekholm here getting power play time. Going to play 22 to 23 minutes, somewhere in that ballpark as well. 3.9K for Edmonton. I do like Matthias Ekholm here. And then the last guy I'll bring up is Darren Radish here for Tampa Bay. 3.4K top liner against Minnesota. Playing 21 to 25 minutes, somewhere in that ballpark. I think he's a fine value play at 3.4K as well. Jumping into some of my favorite goalies on the slate, you can look at first guy, Stuart Skinner, 8.3K. I like Edmonton to win this game. Seattle should be able to shoot some pucks on net for Skinner to save here. 8.3K, he's playing good hockey right now. I think that's a fair price point. I do like him. Another guy, Jeremy Swayman, I think has a ton of upside at 8K flat. Again, I like Boston. But one thing Colorado does is fire the puck, so I do like Jeremy Swayman. Another guy, Martin Jones here for Toronto. I like Toronto to win this game on the road in Calgary. Martin Jones at 7.8K, I think has some upside. And then the last goalie here is Jake Ottinger, 7.9K. In a matchup against Philly, I think Dallas wins this game pretty easily. He should have some saves upside as well. Philly fires the puck on the net. And Ottinger, I think, is a pretty good goalie overall. That's going to do it for this edition of the NHL Quick Hit. As always, all my final content, slate play, and core plays will be live at shipitnation.com. If you are not a member yet, head over there. Click on Join Now. You can use promo code MAYO. It gets you 10% off for life. Whatever package you do choose, get in the Discord. Check all of our premium content, core plays, projections, tools, correlation sheets, you name it. We have it for all sports over here at the Nation. But good luck tonight in your contest. Hope to see those Shipping Nation logos at the top. For myself, Nadesify, let's ship it.